Hey, this has been with Exotic Effects. We're here at the NAMM Show 2009, sitting here with legendary guitar player Howie Simon. How you been, man? It's been a long time.
Been good, man. Busy, very busy. With some more stuff coming up this year, so it's going to be good.
Well, I know you and Graham are working on a new record.
Yeah,
and, let everybody know about that.
I've been writing a new version of Alcatraz with Graham Bonnet, the singer, of course. Same with Rainbow and Michael Schenker Group. And we've been demoing up songs steadily while doing gigs at the same time. We've got some East Coast dates coming up. Well, we're in January right now, so that'll be next month in February. And then probably some summer festival dates as well.
One thing that I wanted to talk to you about, because you're pretty unique in how that you use one of our pedals. Because traditionally, you know, a lot of the guys are running some type of amplifier, you know, in front of the pedals. But tell everybody what you're doing, because I think it's pretty unique. I know there's a lot more people out there that are doing it, how you would run the RC booster. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, with travel restrictions these days and budgets for rock shows getting smaller and smaller, I travel with a Line 6 pod, so that way my sound is consistent everywhere I go. And basically I put in a rider, just give me a tube amp with an effects loop, and I run my pod through the out of the tube amp. So basically I'm just using the amp as a power amp. And sometimes with certain amps, the pod never just, I use the old pod, and it never hit the amp hard enough. So I thought, what a good idea to use a booster that has a little bit of EQ as well, because I also think the original pod lacks a little bit of low end. So I put this in between my pod and whatever power amp source I have, be it a Marshall head or just some kind of tube guitar power amp, and usually keep the gain pretty straight up. I don't boost that because I don't want to dirty up the sound. But I'll boost the bass and the treble a little bit just to get a little bit more clarity. And that way I can hit that power amp as hard as I want with that pod and still maintain the complete integrity of the sound that I already have.
So it just makes up for what the pod is just missing.
Yeah, it's taking what I already have and making it better without changing it.
Well, that's been the biggest goal for us, is really supplementing what you're doing and again making it a little bit better, but not changing the overall tone of that.
Yeah, there's no question that this thing is clean. I don't notice any difference. Everything responds the same. There's no harsh, weird tones that you get with other pedals, and I have no problem putting something else in the signal chain and not worrying about how it's going to sound.
Great. Well, like I said, I think that's pretty unique, and you know what you're doing, I think, makes sense when you're traveling, and you know, why take all those amplifiers all the time? It's got to be a headache and a backache.
If I could afford it, I would. But you know, basically these days there's good amps everywhere, and you don't have to spend a fortune in flying your stuff around. And I've always loved the pod, and you can search my name on YouTube and find a bunch of live videos of me playing with either Alcatraz or with Jeff Scott Soto. And if you tell me that tone doesn't, you know, and it's always the pod if you see any of those gigs, so you can't tell me that's not a good tone, you know, and it holds up, and this thing has made it even better.
Well, I can definitely validate that, because last year we saw you guys play, you know, down the street, and you can't tell, there's no difference.
Yeah,
no difference. So great job. Well, hey man, I really appreciate you sharing that with me, coming by, checking out the guitars, and talking with us. And you know, please keep us up to date on what you're doing with Alcatraz, and let us know when the new CD comes out, and you know, anything else that's going on.
Absolutely. You can always check my website's a little outdated, howiesimon.com, but my MySpace is always up to date. myspace.com/HowieSimon.
Well, there you have it. Exotic Effects, NAMM 2009, Howie Simon, RC Booster. Hey, I'm Ben. Thanks for joining us.